Hi, Pastor Steve again, back with more good news from God's Holy Word. Today I want to talk with you about discouragement. You know, sometimes when we're doing all the things we know to do, we're faithful in every regard, we still encounter discouragement. I want to share with you from the scripture in 2 Corinthians chapter 7, beginning in verse 5, that Paul himself encountered discouragement. He writes, "When we arrived in Macedonia, there was no rest for us. We faced conflict from every direction, with battles on the outside and fear on the inside. But God, who encourages those who are discouraged, encouraged us by the arrival of Titus. His presence was a joy, but so was the news he brought of the encouragement he received from you." A lot of good news packed in that passage of Scripture. First of all, again, it reminds us that even the greatest of saints has been discouraged. And secondly, it shares with us that God is faithful to encourage us. And finally, it shares with us the method of God's encouragement is sometimes a fellow believer. And so the takeaway from that for all of us is that if we're on the mountaintop, perhaps God should use you today to come alongside another believer and encourage them and to remind them that the work that they're doing is not in vain and that God is faithful. And your encouragement will lift them up and continue to help them stay in the battle, the spiritual warfare that is our daily life. Well, I don't know what you're struggling with, and if you're discouraged, friend, it's my hope that God will send someone your way today, and perhaps it was me, to lift you up and encourage you. And until we meet again, may God richly bless you, is my prayer.